Have you ever asked yourself, do I need life insurance? Look, if you're a father and your family relies on you, the answer is yes. Yes, you do. My name is Mark Savant. I've been in the life insurance industry for over a decade. And today I want to talk to you about some common misconceptions and some important things that you need to ask yourself when trying to decide if and what type of life insurance is important for you. If you appreciate the video, please take a moment to like the video, leave a comment on your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be providing you with awesome dad content on a weekly basis. With all that said, let's get right into it. First, let me answer the question of why. Why do you need life insurance? If your family relies on you to provide, you need to have life insurance because God forbid you were to pass away. How would your family get along? Would your wife maybe have to take out a second job? Would your kids maybe not be able to go to college? Would they maybe have to sell the home? You don't want any of that. You want to make sure that they don't suffer financially if you were to pass away. Now look, life insurance is not a product to make your family super wealthy if you were to pass away. No. Life insurance is there to make sure that your family's quality of life does not suffer if you were to pass away. The reality is that tomorrow is not promised. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I would implore you to consider the financial implications to your family if you were to pass away. You might say, well, Mark, I don't actually work. My wife works and I stayed home with the kids. And that's great. But think about this. If you were to pass away, well, then who takes care of the kids? Would they need to hire a nanny? Would you need to hire a daycare? These are additional expenses that would impact you and your family's bottom line. Now let's talk about some reasons why people don't take out life insurance, which is a high majority of people. First of which is they're covered by their work plan. And so let me stop you there. A lot of times work plans are either A, not sufficient for your need, B, they don't cover you properly, or C, they don't follow you. So if you leave that job, you lose your life insurance. You should never completely rely on a work life insurance plan to protect your family. Secondly, you should not rely solely on Social Security to provide for your family. There's no guarantee that it's going to be there, and it's certainly not going to be enough for you. Another common problem that people have with life insurance is they don't fully understand it. It's complicated, it has a lot of numbers, they don't understand it. But at its most simplistic level, life insurance is there to help your family continue the quality of life without you, if God forbid you were to pass away. The most common objection I get to taking out life insurance is that it's too expensive. And the reality is that that is not the case. In the majority of people, it can be paid for very reasonably. You can get a decent sized policy that can meet your family's need. Look, the best thing for you to do is reach out to someone that you trust to get a quote together because you cannot afford not to have life insurance because tomorrow is not promised. The most important thing I think that you need to ask yourself as a dad is, what is the cost of not having it? How would my family be impacted if I did not have it? I also want to take a minute to talk about two of the most basic types of life insurances. There's a lot of different variations, and depending on your personal need, your specific need, there's not one right answer for what's best for you. But at a base level, every dad should have some amount of term life insurance. What's term life? Term life is a very simple, very inexpensive policy. It lasts a set period of time, typically 10, 20, or 30 years. A term life policy is made to protect your income. So for example, if you make 50 grand a year, you might take out a term life policy for 250,000. Rule of thumb for amount of life insurance is about 5 years of income. So you want to protect about 5 years of income. The other major type of life insurance is whole life. It is a lot more expensive because A, it lasts your entire life till age 100. B, it typically builds up a cash value and maybe even pays out a dividend. Whole life insurance is great for covering your final expenses, but it's probably not going to be practical for replacing your income. In some cases, you might want a combination of both, some term insurance, some whole life insurance. But I would implore you as a father, as a responsible human being, you definitely want to have at least some portion of term life insurance to make sure that your impact is not felt financially when you pass away. Life insurance is not a fun topic to talk about, and you probably don't need to talk about it or think about it very often. But You owe it to your family to talk about it and think about it at least one time, at least now. So reach out to someone that you trust that can talk to you about the specifics and run quotes for you. It's very, very important that you as an awesome dad are taking care of your family, not only in life, but in death. If you got any value out of today's episode, please leave me a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. What questions do you have about life insurance? What's holding you back from finding a quote? If you've got any suggestions or comments, I'd love to hear them. You can also join me in the Act a Dad Facebook group. It's a great place for you to talk about the problems, issues, challenges, and questions that you have as an awesome dad. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching and have an awesome day. Peace.